Look around. The world is changing. Morality is collapsing. Peace is fragile. Nations are rising against nations. Kingdoms are rising against kingdoms. We are living in days the Bible described as the beginning of sorrows. And as believers in Jesus Christ, we must not only recognize these signs, but respond to them with faith, urgency, and unwavering hope in the one who holds the world in his hands. These are not just turbulent times, these are prophetic times. We are watching in real time as warnings spoken thousands of years ago unfold in front of our very eyes. The pages of Scripture are no longer distant lessons, they are current headlines. We are not spectators to history. We are living in a divine timeline where each event echoes with eternal significance. We must not be numb to what we see, but awakened, discerning, and alert in spirit. In June 2025, the streets of Los Angeles ignited in protest and unrest.
Now at 11, chaos erupts as armed federal agents conduct sweeping immigration raids across Los Angeles. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. Dozens were arrested during the sweep as angry protesters clashed with federal agents on the streets of downtown LA.
The surprise raids took place this morning, but the chaos continues into the night as hundreds face off with police.
Federal immigration raids led to chaos, resulting in arrests, tear gas, and flames in the streets. The National Guard was federalized and deployed without the consent of the governor, a move that stunned many and triggered a massive political and civil backlash. The clashes began after coordinated ICE raids arrested dozens of individuals across key parts of LA, sparking fury. Protesters poured into the streets, demanding answers and resisting what they saw as overreach. The situation quickly spiraled out of control. Businesses were looted. Fires blazed through neighborhoods. Families were caught between lines of law enforcement and chaos. And as the National Guard rolled in, many were reminded of the infamous 1992 Rodney King riots. But this was a new era, with greater stakes. This was a digital age rebellion, live-streamed across the globe, magnified through every screen, and shared in real time. Jesus warned us in Matthew 24:7. Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. The riots are not just isolated events. They are the physical manifestation of a spiritual unraveling. The foundations are shaking because the hearts of men have turned away from God. A nation that forgets God does not remain stable. It collapses. Meanwhile, across the globe, Taiwan conducted joint military drills on June 8, 2025, responding to China's increasing aggression.
China has launched large-scale military drills in the waters around Taiwan to deter the self-governing island from seeking independence. A spokesperson for the Chinese army said the joint army, navy and rocket force exercises should act as a stern warning. Taiwan has sent warships to respond to China's navy vessels approaching its coast.
Submarine cables were cut, endangering communication and economy. Territorial waters were violated. China loomed close, flexing its military might as if war were a foregone conclusion. The Chinese military has been testing Taiwan's defenses daily with increasing incursions, strategic cyber warfare, and threats that grow more emboldened by the day. This isn't saber-rattling. These are rehearsals. Taiwan's exercises are not drills of pride. They are drills of preparation. Their coastlines are tense. Their skies are watched. Their people are bracing. This moment in Asia is more than regional tension. It is a global powder keg. These are not rumors anymore. They are rehearsals for war. The drills weren't just symbolic gestures. They were urgent warnings. Taiwan knows what's coming. The international community knows what's coming, and yet the world holds its breath, hoping the inevitable can be delayed. Wars and rumors of wars. Yes. This is what Jesus spoke about. It is happening right before our eyes. We cannot look away. We must recognize the prophetic signs and know that we are drawing ever closer to the culmination of all things. We must respond not with panic, but with prayer. Not with fear, but with faith. And just days earlier, Russia responded to Ukraine's drone strike with overwhelming force.
Russia and Ukraine are assessing the damage after the two exchanged a barrage of attacks overnight. The mayor of Kyiv says at least 4 people were killed and 20 were wounded in Russian strikes on the Ukrainian capital. Search and rescue operations are ongoing.
Between June 5th and 6th, Russia launched a brutal missile and drone barrage on Kyiv and other cities. Over 400 drones and 45 missiles descended, leaving devastation, death, and despair in their wake. And yet, even in such horror, we see prophecy unfold. We see the spirit of war that refuses peace. We see the deception and pride of men leading nations into ruin. Isaiah 2:4 reminds us that only when the Lord reigns will swords be turned into plowshares. Until then, war will rage. The weapons are faster. The explosions are louder. The targets are more precise. But the suffering is the same. The cries of the wounded and mourning echo across the continents. We have never seen anything like this before. The scale, the brutality, the geopolitical implications. These events aren't just the story of two nations in conflict. They are warnings. They are signs. And they point to the truth that this world is groaning under the weight of sin and brokenness. We are on a knife's edge. One wrong move could ignite a global fire. This world is not safe. Economies are trembling. Trust in institutions is fading. Natural disasters are increasing. There is fear in the air. Anxiety rules hearts. Depression clings to souls. Violence escalates. Lawlessness abounds. The streets feel unstable. The air feels heavy. There's a sense of foreboding that no amount of entertainment can numb. We have technology advancing at the speed of light, yet we are morally regressing. We have access to more information than ever before, yet we are more confused, angry, and divided than ever. The future feels unstable. The systems we thought we could trust are crumbling before our very eyes. And into this dark world, the gospel must shine. We must be the city on a hill, the salt of the earth, the light that will not be put out. This world needs the church to rise, to pray, to speak, and to shine. But let me tell you something clearly. This world is not your home. It is not your salvation. It is not your hope. This world needs Jesus Christ. What this world needs is not another political summit. What this world needs is not more military firepower. What this world needs is not a billionaire's solution. What this world needs is Jesus Christ. He alone is the Prince of Peace. He alone is the one who calmed the storm. He alone is the light in this dark, dark world. He is the only one who can bring unity to division, healing to pain, and hope to despair. He is the anchor in every storm, the truth in every lie, the light in every shadow. Jesus Christ is not shaken by these headlines. He is not surprised by these wars. He foretold them. He warned us. He promised that in the midst of the storm, He would be our anchor. Hebrews 12:26-28 reminds us, "At that time, His voice shook the earth. But now He has promised, 'Once more I will shake not only the earth, but also the heavens.'" The words, "once more," indicate the removing of what can be shaken. That is, created things, so that what cannot be shaken may remain. The world is being shaken. What will remain? Friend, take your eyes off the chaos. Take your eyes off the collapsing systems of this world. Take your eyes off the news reports, the missiles, the riots, and the rumors. Lift your eyes to Jesus. Hebrews 12:2 tells us, "Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith." You will never find peace in this world, not real peace, not lasting peace. You might find a moment of quiet. You might feel a brief relief. But true peace, soul peace, heart peace, eternal peace, only comes from Jesus Christ. He is the calm in your storm. He is the solid ground beneath your trembling feet. He is the refuge in your distress. He is the reason your heart can beat without fear. You might feel overwhelmed. You might feel afraid. But this life is not the end. This world is not your final destination. Heaven is real. Eternity is waiting. John 14:1-3 says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. I am going there to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me." Jesus is coming back. And when he returns, there will be no more riots. There will be no more war. There will be no more death. There will be no more missiles or drones. There will be no more pain. He will wipe every tear from your eyes. So stop living like this world is your home. Stop placing your trust in politicians, armies, and systems. They will all fall. But Jesus stands forever. Colossians 3:1-2 says, "Since then, you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. Set your eyes on Jesus. Set your heart on eternity. Set your hope on heaven,